Okay, today's still 3/19/2016, and you can see the X and my dirty fingernails. See the X in the center of the dial. It's just traveling down the arm. It's going to come to the center here today. They're still chemtrailing, or geoengineering as they call it, but it's clearing off, so that's really nice. Praise Yah. And I'm working on an experiment using a power pole like I was showing you before down the field. I was actually able to mark something there. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that on this 2-foot dial we've been using for several years, it's right in the center of the arm, and it's 8:40 or 9:40 with the hour change. We don't change our clock, so Mountain Standard Time, so we call it 8:40 because we want to get a feel and a relation between this and all this. Yeah, these guys, they keep spraying. There's another one there. Okay, I go down the field now. Okay, we just came down the hill. This is 3/19/2017, Spring Turned Witness again. And we just came down the hill from the dials up above, and see that power pole right there. I'm trying to use it in as the biggest gnomon that I've got out here. That white rock I spray painted right there. You see how the shadow's off of it now. The sun's come in. The reason why I did it short, unless the sun's really bright, I can't tell on the ground where the tip is. So what I've done is I've used a string tied at the bottom of the pole, pull it real tight and hard, and then place a rock and then spray it. I'd really like to be able to see this. My hobby, my obsession with a gigantic gnomon, and see what happens with it. It's a fun experiment. This is why I do it. I don't have bass boats. We don't go on cruises. You know, we take care of animals and people and life. So we're gonna be planting grass out there this year in this big area down here with the fencing. That's our 1-acre garden down there. Okay, so now we're down the bottom of the field. I made a couple more marks. The sun's coming out a little bit more, even though they're chemtrailing. Looks like we're gonna end up with some really sunny skies. It's come out enough where I've been able to mark the top of this gnomon, or pole, or whatever you want to call it, staff. They could be a staff in your hand, you know. So anyway, I put a rock at the end of the shadow here. I'm gonna be taking pictures from up there down this way to this giant clock I'm making out here. And this, because the sun was getting weak and everything, I could see the fat shadow. See here? All right, I just did this one so the shadows moved off of it, but I put these big rocks right in the center, and you can see the edge of them just here. They're lining up pretty straight. And then what I do is pull it really, really tight to touch it. Come over here and do the same thing. That's my tester right there, because that's the first rock I did, so I gotta feel on the tension. Okay, so I keep doing this, and yeah, it's an obsession. I want to know what time it is. I've been lied to too many times. Okay, I just wanted to show you the perspective. I'm using that power pole as a gnomon, or a sundial, or a staff in your hand if you're a giant. Anyway, I'm marking it with a string and at the very tip, because the sun's starting to come out, so I can kind of see the tip. So hopefully I can keep seeing that, and spray painting them. And we're going to go up here, we're about right up there, and then take a picture down. Okay, we just came up from the field, came up the hill here. It's kind of neat. I mean, the ones I'm drawing with the line, and the reason why I did the line, I tied a rope to the base, and then I stretched it out for those 3 right there, and keep putting rocks down and spray painting them, and you're seeing a straight line going on. Now this one is, these 2, since the sun's starting to come out, I've been putting at the tip. You can see the tip's already moved. I'll be going down and doing it again here pretty soon. And they're in a straight line but a different angle. So you can do this different ways. It's pretty neat. Okay, it's 9:25 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. If you don't flip your clock forward an hour, on their time it's 10:25 now. But you can see this is that 2-foot dial we're watching. We started this morning. You can see the X going down the center of the dial still. We're actually getting some sunshine. They're still spraying, but it's breaking up. We got a good center of high pressure over, so it's having a hard time holding. 3-foot dial. Let's look at this one. I've given up on the nail dial because well, just half. I've got a bigger nail dial we're doing down below. Anyway, right now it's showing right here, and like I say, over time, as you've seen in the previous videos, it ends up reading the exact same as that one there, and that's been there for 3+ years. It's 365 days to this date from last year, and they said NASA said it was going to happen to tomorrow. And that's not the case, and of course then we had this wall mark. I did first sunrise this morning that was the same mark as last year on the 19th. The only thing that changes between the Gregorian and the heavens is the day of the week. I'll show you an overhead view. You can see it even better. It's right in the center and going along just like it was last year on the 19th and the year before as well. Gregorian changes, the Gregorian calendar changes against the day of the week. I know it's a little confusing and everything, but you just witness, the bottom line is that your anchor is your spring turn. You set something up like this, you mark a wall like we done over there, and if it doesn't hit, that is the same mark for the fall turn. It hits on the same day. It's amazing what he does, and I can hardly keep my own life in order. Anyway, and he keeps the heavens and the earth in order, praise Yah, or the oceans would go beyond their boundaries. But he set them, and well, it ain't gonna happen like they say, I guarantee you. Okay, going back down and check the power pole dial. Okay, with this power pole dial, or giant, a staff or a giant, you know, tied the string and I pull it out and use each rock to feel the tension, you know, to place them. We're taking pictures from above up there when we're driving on the road, and we got pictures here. The rocks aren't uniform, but they're going in a pretty straight line, and I'm going to leave all this for the fall turn and see what happens. I'll leave the string, and I don't know how that'll stretch out real well, so the tip is real good to use. And you can see, I mean, they're going in line. This is the first year I use this, so we'll see what happens with it. It's kind of fun. At this angle, it's a little hard to see a straight line with those ones I pulled with a string, but you know, you saw down below, they're doing better. Okay, just came up from the electric pole dial down below that I'm playing around with, and it's now 9:43, 10:43 with the hour change Mountain Standard Time in Colorado. But you can see the X, it continues to travel down. You can see the black line going right through the center of this dial. It's been here, like I say, for 3+ years. So, and now you're starting to see this is the 3-foot dial. You're starting to see it be right in the middle too, because of the adjustments we had to make on this. But by the time it gets within an hour of solar noon, it matches this dial. And haven't looked at the metal dial today, but we'll take a look at that.